Alright, YouTube, what's going on? It's been quite a while since I've done a video now. Um, haven't really picked up much as far as back issues up until this past weekend, right before Christmas. I think it's still going on. Stopped into my LCS to pick up my weekly books, and he had a bunch of boxes that were usually $1 in the front of the store. And then underneath that, I noticed had, I don't know, maybe 6 boxes, maybe marked a quarter. And I didn't have much time, so I quickly. There was one guy looking through books, and he was pulling out some stuff. So, kind of looked at the books that he wasn't, or rather the boxes he wasn't looking at. Only went through 2 boxes, pulled out some crazy shit, which I'll show you here in a minute. But then I went back a couple days later, went through the rest of the boxes, and found even more just crazy shit. So, I'm going to try to make this quick, but here's one stack. Here is, I'm not going to go through every one of these books. Another stack. This is, right here is all issues of Warlord. Ranging from issues 15, randomly all the way up until 101. A lot of in the 40s, 50s. So yeah, I'm trying to put this run together. Don't find any of those books for more than $1. So yeah. And then the second day when I went back, I actually had to buy a short box because I bought like 96 books the second day. Before I get into the quarter books, I want to show a couple other things I bought this past weekend. Actually, we'll go back a little further than that. Son had an out-of-town hockey game. I figured let's try to find he likes Pokemon cards now, so I figured maybe find a card store or a comic store where down there, and kind of found both. Not much in the way of Pokemon cards. They only had like one little box, but they had a bunch of Magic stuff, and they had a bunch of more. All the modern stuff was all Marvel. In the back, they had a bunch of boxes on the wire shelves, and they had a pretty good selection of as far as title wise, based off what's on the box. I didn't go through them, but they had a bunch of stuff hanging in front of the boxes, and I didn't want to have time to go through all those. But in the front store, they had a bunch of some dollar boxes, and under there they had a bunch of little comic sets. So for $10, I picked up this Stars and Stripe, issues 1 through 5. So yeah, so I picked up one, obviously 1, 2, anything JSA related I'm gonna buy. That's 3. This is 2, and I do like the Stargirl show, 4 and 5. So yeah, so I picked those up. And then for Christmas, I got 2 Dave and Adams gift certificates. So I had like $75 to spend. My son got one for $25. He was looking for Pokemon cards. I went looking for comics, and they actually have no vintage back issues. They had a bunch of like 50-cent boxes, and they had a bunch of back issues. But apparently they went to a show and sold everything. So he said maybe in the new year they're gonna get new books, which kind of sucks because I get $75 of money that I can't spend. They do have some cards and stuff. I don't really interested in buying cards anymore. They had some vintage toys. I thought about buying a Skeletor to go with my Castle Grayskull and a He-Man, but the Skeletor was $40, and they had one, like a complete one, for $50. I'm like, I'm not spending that on that. So I'll wait and see what they do with comics. But I stopped at a couple other stores up at that day, picked up some dollar books. I'm still working on my Universe stuff, so I picked up Star Brand number 8, number 10, Star Brand 12. I think I had this one, but it wasn't marked off on my list. DP7 14, 17. I'm trying to make this long, but it's probably going to be one of the long video. DP 720, 21, DP7 number 2, number 3, number 5. I know these are out of order, but I don't care. Human Fly number 18. Working on that run. It said anything JSA. JSA All Stars 10. 12. Always happy to find some dollar issues of Justice League. Justice League 242. 246. Somebody was working on from 100 until the end. Was it 261? I think it was. Challenge of the Unknown. This is the 8-part series. Number 1. JLA 29. 30. And 31. This is a 4-issue story arc. So 28 is the first issue, which is the first part of that story, which they didn't have. So yeah, so there's 31. And last but not least, so happy to find this one for $1. Midnighter number 1. So awesome. Those are the dollar books I picked up. So now we're gonna get on to the quarter books. These are, I'm just gonna grab them off the top of the pile. Secret Origins number 47. Picked it up because Origin the Karate Kid, one of my favorite characters. 2 issues of the Robin series, 4 and 5. I'm not sure if I had them. Don't care, for quarter piece. Pretty much beat up copy of DC Special number 29. Does have a nice Neil Adams cover though, like that. Justice League America 0. Justice League International, which I believe is still the same thing. It's Justice League America number 13. They changed it international for a few minutes, for a few issues there. This is versus Suicide Squad. I'm picking these up when I find them for cheap, but they're not on my list. I don't have that many, so it's easy to tell which ones I have, which one I don't. 13, that's 14. Back to Justice League America 49. 50. 54. There's like a Spider-Man homage cover there. 59. 60. You know me, I can't have a haul without Jack Kirby. Forever People number 11. These are all books I picked up for a quarter at my LCS. 4-part Deadshot miniseries. So happy to find all 4 parts of these. I'm assuming this is some guy's collection. That's what kind of I'm assuming. So there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I'm gonna give that a read soon. An older copy of Brave and the Bold, number 112. Batman and Mr. Miracle, a 100-page giant there. Nice thick book. He says it's ripped up, but hell, for a quarter, you can't beat that. This one's all beat up, but for a quarter, don't mind the bag. I just put it in a bag. This is a thick book. This is World's Greatest Superheroes. DC 100 Super Spectacular. Oh, I love that cover. It's a Neil Adams. I think it's a wraparound cover. Neil Adams wraparound cover. Second copy of this for cheap. DC Comics Presents number 49 with Superman and Shazam. Happy to have that one again. I need this for my run, but this is like one of the first books I saw, and I was like, holy shit. All-Star Squadron number 25. First appearance of Infinity Incorporated. Definitely need that one. Now I'm thinking 3 issues away to finish that, 2 or 3. I didn't know I wanted this until I found it for a quarter. But I found not 1, but 2 copies of Supergirl number 1 for 25 cents. So yeah, so now I'm on the hunt for that. Didn't have to hunt too far because I found issue number 2. issue number 3, issue number 4, issue number 5, which I believe is the origin of Zatanna. Number 6. Number 8. Books aren't in back edition, a little bit of spine roll on these, but for all being in a box with no bags and boards, they're in really good shape. And issue number 9. So I'm only a few issues. I think there's only 10 issues in that series. 11 maybe. Issue 1 just happens to be one of my birthday books. I'm only collecting the Marvel ones, but I found the DC one for. So yeah, cool. I'll save that one. This one here for last. One of the last ones. On some Marvel books, Adventures of the Thing, 4-issue series, number 1. Is that Sam Keith cover? Anything the Thing I'm picking up. Only found 1 issue of this. Scarlet Witch. You see most of these are newsstand copies, for what it's worth. So Scarlet Witch number 1. Nice issue of What If Captain America had formed the Avengers. Got anything Cap? Gonna pick it up for sure. Figured why not for a quarter? The Saga of Chrystar, the Crystal Warrior. This is in really nice shape. Really nice. This was $2 when it came out. So for a quarter, why not? Random buy for the cover. X Factor 10, 25th Marvel Anniversary issue. Now, some of these issues I don't have any attachment to, like this here. So if anybody's interested in some of these, for the most part, I have no problem either trading or just giving away. Who knows? So happy to find these two. Something I've thought about collecting. A friend of mine used to read this all the time and he had a subscription to this. And I always kind of wanted to read it. So I was happy to find issues 1 and 2 of the Marvel Epic Comics ElfQuest. So yeah, that's something I've always thought about getting to. Don't see them very often. So when I find the first 2 for a quarter, I'm definitely going to pick them up. Okay, now here's the huge chunk of Marvel books that I bought. Actually, we'll save that. Let's save that. Let's save those. Let's skip ahead. Let's skip these. So I found the first series of Damage Control, 4-issue series. Issue 1, 2, nice Dr. Doom cover, 3, Iron Man, and 4 with Wolverine. So then there is a second series, which I found 2 issues. 1, there's 2, no 3, but 4. Originally, I think I just found this one, and with Cap, I was going to buy it. But then I started digging through and I found the other ones. And 3 might be in there, but I said I was just grabbing them really quick just to grab books for a quarter. I was like freaking out. So, yeah, so I'm gonna probably go back tomorrow and look for it again, see what they have there. I picked these books up here, and you're probably wondering why. I'll show you in a minute. But I picked up a bunch of Captain America books. Now you say to yourself, Brian, I know you have every one of these issues, but I'm going back through and kind of upgrading books I have, and I'm also trying to get every copy in newsstand. So the majority of these I already have. I'm definitely going to have to go through and see if any of these are upgrades. I used to have a list, I don't know what I do with it, of all the books I want to upgrade. I know some of the earlier issues are missing Marvel stamps, and some are just beat up, so I want to upgrade them. And then I actually got a couple of these of newsstand that I didn't have. So, if I have these, I'm definitely going to, the ones I do have, I will be giving away in the contest that I've been slowly trying to put together. Slowly, just like this room around me, everything's getting slowly done. This room is just a mess right now. There's so much stuff in here. But soon I'll be doing a contest. So this is Captain America 225. This is 226. 227. And here's a bunch more of these that I probably will go back and pick up. 235. 237. 238. 239. Love this cover. 284. Had to grab these. 286. Deathlock. Great covers. 287. 293. 294. 297. 336. 350. This is one I definitely know that is a newsstand copy that I did not have. Same with 351. 353. And I already have a copy of this, but this is definitely probably one of the games I would be either trading or giving away. Is Captain America Annual number 8 with Wolverine. Yes, for a quarter. I love that cover. That's great. That's something you might see soon in the one of my episodes of Off the Rack, whenever I get a chance to film a second episode of that, or third episode. Yeah, so found another copy of this. X-Men number 4, newsstand for a quarter. It was just the first appearance of, was it Warpath? New Mutants number 16. It was the first appearance of Warlock. It's 18. Now this one, I was debating because it's not in the greatest condition, but for a quarter, why not? Conan 275. Last issue of Conan. This is definitely upgraded the one I have. Devil Dinosaur number 1. And this is the one I shit my pants the most as. Transformer number 1. Now he has this one up on the wall. And he's got it in a box for a quarter. I don't know. I don't know if he... I don't know. I don't know. So then this is the biggest stack of books that I bought. And these are Avenger books. I grabbed every one that was there. A lot of them are in order. A lot of these I'm trying to, part of the run I'm trying to put together. So it worked out great. Price was good. Numbers, the issues I wanted were good. This is a little earlier, but I said I grabbed all of them I could. This one's obviously a little beat up. A lot of issues, but Avengers 127. 132. 139. 155. 209. 210. So I think I'm going to try to collect anything like just from 200 to 300. 211. 212. 2 copies of 213. That's when Yellow Jacket smacks around a wasp. 214. 215. 216. 217. 218. 219. So I got a nice run going. 220. One of my favorite covers. Here's a second copy of this. 221. That when She-Hulk joins and something like that. 222. Now, if you know what 223 is, yep, it's there for a quarter. famous Hawkeye Ant-Man cover. It's not the best condition. I mean, it's pretty sharp, but the cover is not really white. Interiors are nice. A little, but there's like no spine ticks on this thing, and all the corners are nice. But I wasn't. I don't know. 224. This is a really, really nice cover. 225 with a Black Knight on it. 226. So, 226, and if you're Avenger nut, you know what the next one is. 227. Second appearance of Monica Rambeau. And the third appearance, 228. So yeah, that was extremely shocked to see this one. 230. 231. 232. I can't remember what his original name was, but now he's known as Star Fox in this one. These are the characters that this is probably earlier than this is 83. I started collecting in 84, so probably about 85, 86. This is kind of why I like this era of Avengers: She-Hulk and Captain Marvel, Star Fox, Captain America, Thor, Hawkeye, She-Hulk. Those are the characters that I remember being the Avengers when I was a kid. So it's kind of like why I like this era of the Avengers. 233, 234, 235, 236. Great cover there. 237, 238. His Vision cover. 239 with David Letterman. Jumps up to 241. 242. I had all these in order. I'm get them all out of order now. So 242. 243. That's somewhat of a minor key there. 244. 245. 246. 247. So you have a big chunk just of this between my 200 run here. 248 with some Eternals in it. 249 with that cover. There's 269 with some Kang goodness on there. Whatever. I don't know. It's Kang. I don't know. He doesn't do anything for me. Jump up to 279. I have a copy of this, but it's really beat up. Like this cover on 280. Who doesn't love floating heads, right? 282. 283. 284. And 300. So yeah, sweet. Steve Rogers is the captain in there. Oh, and annual number 12. Perfect. So the book I saved for last, and the cover looked familiar to me, but I wasn't sure. And I grabbed it, I threw it in a box, or threw it in a pile in the bag, and then I started thinking more about it. It's like, am I sure that's the book I grabbed? So I looked it up, and it was the book I grabbed. And like I said, it's not something I collect, so I don't know how attached I am to this. But it's Wonder Woman 204. First appearance of her sister Nubia. Doesn't do anything for me, but you know what? For a quarter, I'm not leaving it there. Because if I didn't grab it, somebody else would have. He had a couple other Wonder Woman issues. Don't remember what they were, what numbers they were. But this one kind of jumped out to me. I think I remember seeing the cover. It kind of reminded me of, didn't know the significance of it was. And I said I was just grabbing books. And I figured it out later. I took them to the counter. I didn't even take them to the counter. I just left them on the table, counted them up, told him how many I had because I definitely didn't want him looking through these because he should know. If he's the owner of the store, he should know what his books are because these aren't new. I should say they're new. They're not like they're old. Um, he had to get them in recently, so I'm sure either he looked through them or somebody in the store looked through them. So he should know what's in his books, in his boxes. So, but yeah, that's all. My dog's running around going crazy. 25 minutes. Holy cow! That's like a month long videos for me. But yeah, so someday soon I'll do my room tour. I gotta put some more shelves up, clean the place up, and I will be have a contest sometime soon. Until then, thanks for sticking around. I think it's got some subscribers lately, which is amazing to me. So thank you to them. Um, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and see you next one. Thanks. Bye.